Michael Mann's Manhunter is rumored for 4K. Arrow Video announces their new August slate. And The Devil Made Me Do It. The Conjuring 3 gets a 4K release date before it even hits HBO Max. All this and more in the latest physical media report. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel. I am Ken, here today for episode 59 of the Physical Media Report. We are here to run down all of the latest happenings in the world of physical media. What is new coming out in stores this week as far as new Blu-rays, 4Ks? What are the announcements coming out in the coming months? What are the rumors, the possibilities for new 4Ks and Blu-rays? And we're also going to cover some deals on this show as well. So if you've been around for long enough, you know how this show works. But if you haven't, if this is your first time checking me out here today, then please be sure to hit that subscribe button for more great content. If you like Blu-rays, if you like 4Ks, I do reviews on this channel. I do these weekly updates every single Monday. I do Blu-ray hunting videos every single Tuesday where I take you into stores and show you all of the new releases. I do additional Blu-ray vlogs like the Dollar General hunt I did over the weekend. Just all kinds of Blu-ray 4K physical media based content on this channel that I would definitely love for you to come check out more on a regular basis. And also be sure to hit that like button. Every single like will help this video out, help this channel grow, and I would greatly appreciate it. And also just comment down below, what are you excited about coming out this week? What are you excited about coming out in the months to come? Let me know in that comment section below. But all right, guys, let's get started. And we're going to start off like we usually do with the rumors. And again, what I want to state is before I get into these rumors, these are not officially announced yet. The release dates could change. They could be completely shelved, taken off the lineup. These are all rumors. Mostly from the account Geek Gab on Instagram is where I get most of these rumors. I have his link for his Instagram in the description below if you want to check him out. But yeah, guys, these are not to be taken as fact. These are 100% rumors. Could be canceled tomorrow. Who knows, but we are going to get into them here today. And the one I'm going to talk about first is one that probably won't be canceled. This is probably guaranteed to be coming out on 4K and Blu-ray, but The Conjuring 3 does have a tentative release date of August the 24th for 4K and Blu-ray, and this is coming out from Warner Brothers. Now, this is pretty much a no-brainer. We knew this movie would hit physical media at some point in the year. It's coming out on HBO Max this Friday. But what's interesting about this is the first time that we're going to get a Conjuring film in 4K. So what I wonder is, are we going to get The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2 finally in 4K, maybe around the same time as this? Hopefully we will, and hopefully we'll be hearing announcements for that at some point, because I would love to see all three of these films in 4K. I think they would look fantastic, and it could make for a pretty good triple pack box set when it comes out in August. So yeah, definitely excited for the potential of that. But yeah, The Conjuring 3, guys, 4K from Warner Brothers and Blu-ray, and I imagine maybe possibly a steelbook as well will be announced in there. Tentative release date August 24th, so get excited. Then we've got Manhunter, Michael Mann's Manhunter, which is the first film of the Silence of the Lambs Hannibal trilogy, the one that not a lot of people know about. They actually remade it into Red Dragon, which came out in the early 2000s, but this film came out in the late 80s. I've never seen it, but apparently it's getting a 4K from Studio Canal at some point in 2021, so be looking out for that. Again, I don't know much about this film, so I can't really speak to it. Does it lend itself to 4K? But I would honestly rather hear the announcement of a Silence of the Lambs in 4K. But if we're going to get Manhunter in 4K, maybe the potential Silence of the Lambs in 4K at some point, then cool. I'm glad that they're starting here with something. But yeah, Manhunter is one that I still need to check out. So let me know in the comment section below if that one is worth a watch anytime soon. So getting into the announcements, guys, the big announcement this week was Arrow Video announced their entire August slate, with the highlight being Dune in 4K. Now, we covered this one a couple of weeks ago on the Physical Media Report. So Dune is getting a 4K release, 1984 David Lynch's Dune, not the Denis Villeneuve Dune. The original Dune film from 1984 is going to be getting a 4K release. It's also going to be getting a Steelbook Deluxe Edition, and it is going to be getting a regular Blu-ray Steelbook Edition as well on August the 31st. Now, some of the other films that were announced in this August slate, we have Blind Beast, which will be out on August the 24th, The Brotherhood of Satan, which will be out on August the 31st, Dinner in America, which will be out on August the 16th. Now, this is a UK release. A Tale of Two Sisters, which is also a UK release on August the 16th. The Sergio Martino Collection, which will be out on August the 3rd. So that is everything that is coming out from Arrow in August. Definitely the major highlight, though, is Dune, followed by all of those secondary releases. So some really exciting stuff coming from Arrow. I'm just continue to be so impressed with their slate this year and just what they are doing with their 4K restoration so far. Like, besides Donnie Darko, I know that was a little bit of a botch, but they're making good on that one. But they've done some fantastic work so far in 4K, and I'm definitely excited to see them continue that with titles like Dune in August. So if you are excited for Dune, David Lynch's Dune, let me know in that comment section below. But getting into the next announcement, guys, we have Wrath of Man, the new Guy Ritchie film starring Jason Statham, which I didn't see, but apparently it's in theaters right now. That will be coming out on Blu-ray on July the 13th from Warner Brothers. We also got an announcement of Out of Sight, the George Clooney, Jennifer Lopez film from 1997, I believe, is going to be getting a 4K from Kino Lorber at some point in 2021. It doesn't have an official release date, but it's supposed to be coming out this year, and they are working on it. So yeah, excited for Kino Lorber to be doing more 4Ks. And Out of Sight is one that I have not seen since I was a kid. It is one that I think has kind of reached cult status. A lot of people talk about this film as like one of the better films. I remember watching it when I was a kid and like enjoying it, but I don't remember it being like a classic movie. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting this and then checking this movie out again in 4K. Which should be pretty exciting. So some more 4Ks that we have coming, guys, are from Blue Underground, which I've discussed many times on this channel with my review of Zombie and my recent review of The Final Countdown. But I just think that Blue Underground is doing some of the most incredible work in 4K restorations at this point in 2021. And they will be releasing Maniac Cop 2 and 3. So I have not seen these films before. I didn't even know there was a 2 and 3. I knew about the original Maniac Cop, which is also puzzling as to why they're releasing 2 and 3 and not 1. Maybe there's some rights issues that I'm not sure about, but yeah, Maniac Cop 2 and 3 will be coming for Blue Underground at some point in 2021. Again, no official release date for either one of those. So let's get into another boutique collector's line. This is coming out of Australia, but this is Imprint, and I've discussed Imprint very briefly on this channel. I think they came out with a slate a couple of months ago that I went into and discussed, but I haven't actually purchased any of these titles myself. I know people that have and have been very impressed and very happy with the purchases, so maybe I will get a couple out of here to check out and review for you guys as well. But 6 movies are going to be coming out in August from Imprint, one being The Straight Story, which is a David Lynch film as well. We also have Days of Heaven, we have China Box, Drugstore Cowboy, As Good as It Gets, and Double Jeopardy. So out of all 6 of these, I'm probably most interested in getting Double Jeopardy. So I've seen As Good as It Gets. I'm not a huge fan of that one. The Straight Story, maybe to kind of better complete my David Lynch collection, I might go ahead and get that one. From everything I've heard, that's the one David Lynch film that's just like a regular movie. So there's nothing weird or strange about it. So definitely looking forward to those titles hitting in August. I also have a Friday the 13th 8-movie collection coming out on Blu-ray on August the 10th from Paramount. So this is the original 8-movie run of Friday the 13th up until Jason Takes Manhattan. So he didn't purchase that Friday the 13th box set last year, which like almost everybody did as far as I could tell. You can have the first 8 movies. And again, like this is, I guess, the Paramount collection because there are rights issues with other films and stuff. I still have the 8-movie DVD collection, but yeah, I don't think I'll be getting this one, even though the cover is pretty cool. But yeah, it's at that point, I've just got way too much Friday the 13th between that box set and those steelbooks that came out. So Overboard, starring Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, is getting a Blu-ray 2K restoration from Severin in August. So this is very interesting because Severin is known for more of those kind of sexual, exploitative horror films. That is mostly what they deal in. So for them to go back and kind of do this 80s comedy classic. It's a little bit of a strange offbeat choice for Severin, but you know, I'm a big fan of Overboard, so this might be one that makes me purchase a Severin title in August. So yeah, again, let me know what you think of this Overboard coming from Severin. The Tomb of Legia Blu-ray is coming from Kino Lorber on September the 7th. Not too familiar with this title right here, but it looks interesting. All right, guys, so let's get into the deals this week, because there are some pretty good deals. Not a whole lot, but there are some pretty decent deals in this lineup, and you know the spiel. Here at the Mid-Level Media channel, you know, we want to save you guys a buck. We know times are tough. You can't be going out every single week and spending all of your hard-earned money on new Blu-rays and 4Ks. You gotta wait, you gotta pick your spots, and I am here to help you do that today with running down these deals. So the first one that we have is The Prince of Darkness on 4K for $21.10. This is a title that came out at the beginning of the year, so this is a really good deal for a 4K screen factor, and everything that I've heard of it and purchased this one points to the fact that this is an excellent transfer. So maybe definitely check this one out. We also have My Fair Lady, which I instantly ordered this one as soon as I saw this deal. $17.99 right now on Amazon. So this is a title that came out last week. I couldn't find it in stores, but now that it's on Amazon for $17.99, I ordered it, and hopefully I'll be getting that one in soon. We also have another Scream Factory title, Idle Hands, is for $17.80 right now. This is one that I bought last year. This is an excellent title that I absolutely recommend. Just for the features, the transfer, and also just the movie was super fun. So Idle Hands for $17.80 is an absolute steal to me. We also have The Current War for $12.99, Dracula Prince of Darkness for $20.80 from Scream Factory. The Stand, the TV miniseries, Stephen King's TV miniseries, is $7.99 on Blu-ray. Another one that I thought about getting. RoboCop, the entire trilogy, a little kind of 3-movie pack, is $15.10. We also have a Nacho Libre, which is a random title in there, for $5.99. Tenet on Blu-ray for $12.99. Silent Night, Deadly Night, which is a great Scream Factory release, for $17 right now. And another random title, and this is the worst of the franchise easily, VHS Viral on Blu-ray for $5.99. Which just points to the fact that I really need to get VHS and VHS 2 on Blu-ray. They're like two of my favorite horror movies of the past decade, and I still do not own those on physical media. So let's go ahead and get into what is new this week, guys, because when I looked into this, there's really not a ton coming out as far as like those big mainstream titles like we've had in the past weeks. This is really kind of a little bit of a slow start for the month of June, but there's still a lot of stuff to cover here. So stay tuned, because you might be interested in some of these titles. The first one is an interesting one because it's Smokey and the Bandit on 4K, coming out from Universal for $21.99. And what's interesting about this title is this was in Walmart like 2 weeks ago. I purchased this on one of my Blu-ray hunts. I have it, and the only place that I could tell that this was Walmart, and it was not just my Walmart. It was a lot of people's Walmarts. A lot of people were posting Smokey and the Bandit, but apparently it doesn't officially come out on 4K until this week. So maybe we'll see it in Best Buy, Target this week. But Walmart, it's been there for like the past couple of weeks. So that's interesting and kind of curious as to why Walmart would have got exclusive like 2 week ahead of time access to this title. So I still haven't fully looked into that as far as like why, but yeah, it's supposed to be released tomorrow. Tomorrow is the release date for it. So I imagine you'll be able to pick it up on Amazon and all of that tomorrow. But if you've already got it from your local Walmart, then yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. But Mommy Dearest on Blu-ray, guys, is coming out from Paramount Presents, that new line. This is a little bit of a steep price for $29.99. These are usually about $22.99, so I'm not really sure why this one is so expensive. So this is number 17 in the new line, I'm pretty sure. But we also have The Courier coming out on Blu-ray from Lionsgate for $21.99. We have a Tomb Raider double 4K pack coming out from Paramount for $28.99. So both of these I think have been released individually on 4K, but now they're getting a double 4K pack this week. But I'm a Cheerleader on Blu-ray coming out from Lionsgate for $17.99. This is a 1999 film. This is not a new film. Starring Natasha Lyonne from American Pie, most recently Russian Doll. So this looks like an interesting title. I've never heard of this movie before, but maybe if I see it in stores tomorrow, it's got a really nice slipcover, I might just pick this one up. We also have Primal Season 1 coming out from Warner Brothers for $23.99. We have a Backdraft 4K Steelbook coming out from Universal for $19.99, showing on Target's website. Other outlets and various other websites have this at like $29, and you have some for like $39.99. So I think hopefully we'll be able to find this in stores in Target tomorrow as an exclusive, like the Total Recall one that came out last week, the Total Recall T2 double pack with Arnold. So hopefully I'll be able to see this one in stores tomorrow. I might just pick this one up since it's really one of the only big releases coming out tomorrow that I haven't already picked up with the already grabbing Smokey and the Bandit. So if I see that 4K Steelbook, I might just grab it because I remember liking Backdraft when I was a kid. So Spare Parts is an RLJE title coming out for another very expensive price of $28.99. Again, these are listed at these prices, but maybe when we go into stores tomorrow, they'll be a little bit cheaper. This might be the Target price. I don't know. We know how Target likes to jack up their prices on their releases. So next up, guys, we have Boogie on Blu-ray from Universal for $21.99. Then we have a Ladies Night In 3-film pack coming out from Paramount for $24.99. The 3 movies included are Nobody's Fool, Like a Boss, and What Men Want. Then we have Embattled coming out on Blu-ray from Shout Factory for $17.99. We have Endangered Species coming out on Blu-ray for $15.99. Then we have Samurai Jack, the complete series on Blu-ray coming out from Warner Brothers for $89.99. Again, another steep price. I know it's 5 seasons, but I don't know. Maybe Samurai Jack is worth $90. I don't know. Then we have 2 new titles from Mill Creek. Hopefully I'll be getting those in for review pretty soon. I know I put in for them, but we have Safe House starring Denzel Washington. And then we have Alpha Dog coming out starring Justin Timberlake and Ben Foster coming out for $13.29. Then we have 3 new titles coming out from Kino Lorber. The Blue Lamp coming out for $16.59. Who Done It coming out for $16.59, and The Green Man coming out for $16.99. These are all like really nice covers on these, but I've never heard of any one of these films. Then we have The Love Butcher on Blu-ray coming out from Code Red for $19.89. We have Those Little Rascals coming out, an 11-film set taking place between 1929 and 1930, coming out from Classic Flicks. This is an 11-movie box set, and this is supposed to be volume 1 in their new line. And this will be available for $27.99. Then we have Track Down coming out on Blu-ray from Scorpion for $19.89. Then we have some Paramount catalog releases coming out tomorrow, guys. A lot of Paramount catalog releases. We have Rat Race for $9.99. I love that movie. I'm really thinking about picking this one up. The Stepford Wives coming out for $9.99. In and Out coming out for $12.99. Eye for an Eye, Flesh and Bone, Better Luck Tomorrow, and Switchback all coming out tomorrow, but they do not have prices attached to those. And we have 3 Disney Movie Club exclusive. I don't know too much about the Disney Movie Club or how you get these, or do you just get them for signing up? I'm not too sure, but the 3 that's coming out tomorrow that is exclusive to the Disney Movie Club is The Pacifier starring Vin Diesel, Herbie Fully Loaded starring Lindsay Lohan, and The Kid starring Bruce Willis. So definitely some really cool titles coming out, and apparently all 3 of these have never seen Blu-ray before, so this will be the first time on Blu-ray for each one of those releases. So with that, guys, that concludes this week's edition of the Physical Media Report. Again, guys, I would appreciate it if you like this type of content, new Blu-rays, new 4Ks, all that kind of stuff, then definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, like this video and comment down below anything that you're excited about coming out this week, anything that you're excited about coming out in the coming months. Let me know all of that in that comment section below, and let's have a discussion about physical media. So one more thing that I want to promote, guys, before I get out of here is I'm having a huge event tomorrow night on my channel. It will be live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is the May Release Roundtable Roundup. I will be having 5 guests on to discuss all of the titles that came out in the month of May, or most of them. A good chunk of the titles that came out in May, just talking about our experiences with them, how we liked them. We're just going to be having a free-flowing general discussion on all the May releases. It was a huge month, and there will be tons to talk about. So if you want to come join us tomorrow night live on my channel and gush about all the releases in the month of May, and then maybe potentially talk about some of the releases in June as well, then definitely join tomorrow night. There's going to be some awesome guests. We've got Movies and Sue, Basement Blues, Unwrap Them Movies, Alex Thomas, and 4KD Ray will be joining me on my channel tomorrow night. So definitely a huge night if you're a physical media fan. So definitely consider joining tomorrow night. But with that, guys, we are done for the day. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn on those bell notifications for future videos, and we'll see you next time.